As people, our lives are driven at every moment by our perceptions of reality. It is perhaps the most powerful platform to build our behaviors, emotions, intellect, and aspects of what makes us human beings. We become the person that our reality shapes. But reality has to be consistent, predictable, and what we can accept as truth. An apple is identified as such by everyone who has had contact with one. Everyone recognizes it has properties that are consistent across any language or culture. A green apple is different from a ripe or a rotten one. It is different from an orange. If we do not have that same reality, it would not be easy to function in a world that we call natural. Our truth, however, is not rigid. It has to have a certain amount of flexibility within it as long as the core beliefs that hold that concept together are accepted. We can have a joint agreement of what is necessary to recognize someone as a human being. Still, there is the flexibility that such a person can appear as belonging to various groups. We can have separate sexes, races, complexions, but these are accepted because the core expectation of what constitutes a human being is still maintained. A person is labeled as psychotic when they hold a firm belief of a different reality from the group's core expectations. All the cultural prejudices associated with a psychotic they will experience. In our episode on LSD, we told of a person who, under its influence, was able to describe the appearance of a wall surface that was consistent with a highly magnified photograph of one. This picture was at a resolution that went beyond the naked eye. Although this person saw something that science described as authentic, he was called psychotic. His perception did not fit within the normal expectations of the rest of the group. In the television series House, the lead character, Gregory House, makes a statement that reality is almost always wrong. This observation is a scary comment. If we were to accept it to be accurate, then our belief system's very core existence would be shattered. As a human race, we could cease to exist as we know ourselves. In our last series, A World Divided, we showed how people who had various but rigid positions of opposing realities created chaos and mayhem. We depend so much on a shared belief to survive as a human race. The simplest definition of reality we could find says that reality is the sum or aggregate of all that is real or existent within a system, as opposed to that which is only imaginary. If we put it another way, if we are imagining driving a sports car, it is not considered as reality. You actually have to be driving the car itself before your experience is considered as truth and real. When we try to delve further into the concept of reality, we realize that what we take as truth about our existence is a very fragile concept to which we ascribe. To make it real, we have to dissect away any part that challenges this fragile state. We need to reject observations, philosophies, behaviors, or anything that will make this concept vulnerable. Currently, this delicate structure that we have built is under challenge. We created science as a tool that would keep our paradigm of reality secure. Now, that exact science has evolved in a way that is challenging what we have held to be sacred. Scientists are currently exploring the realm of quantum physics. The mechanism that makes quantum theory so alarming is that it is continuously rewriting everything we think we know about reality and the universe. For example, science tells us that time is linear and it can only travel in one direction, which is always forward, or that a cause must take place before we can have an effect. Emerging quantum theories and experiments are in the early stages of suggesting that cause and effect might sometimes work backwards and that time can be reversed. In this series, we will look at how our brain works to create a reality that we can work with, and an apple may not be the solid, tasty fruit we believe that we enjoy.